I don't think any of us really knew what to expect from Operation Haunting Mountain. Our local contacts in New India seemed certain that there was nothing of interest there, and the results of our scans were puzzling at best. According to our data, the region was overrun with some sort of alien flora and fauna, and we were picking up some sort of powerful energy signature. But there were no signs of any facilities, and there only seemed to be a token Advent presence in the area. Still, it seemed like too much of a coincidence that two entirely different leads had both pointed us towards this location. So once the Avenger was in position, I started assembling the team. I don't want to sound callous, but I focused on selecting operatives who were eager to prove themselves, but who we could also afford to lose in the event that this turned out to be some sort of death trap. Like I said, I don't think any of us knew what to expect down there. At any rate, I put Lieutenant Dome in charge of the squad. He had certainly gotten some good results in the past, and he was quick to suggest that I include Legion and Shellshock on the team's lineup. I also included Woe-77 as the squad's backup heavy, with Rorschach and Sergeant Malachi tagging along to give the team a bit more versatility. As the men strapped themselves into the Sky Ranger, I wished them luck. They were heading into the unknown, but hopefully they would be able to find something down there that would make this whole operation worthwhile.
Shen and Tigan barely managed to pull these coordinates from that codex thing they had down in the Shadow Chamber. We're guessing this may be its origin point, but can't know for sure. Based on the fight it put up, I'd expect heavy resistance either way. Good luck down there. The target coordinates are just ahead. Move to investigate the site. Hostile presence is currently unknown, but expect the worst. Our position is concealed.
Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to episode 33. Today we're taking on another one of the main story missions, as we finally investigate the coordinates that we pulled out of the brain of that codex that exploded all over our Shadow Chamber.
I comply.
Overall, this is a pretty straightforward mission. We just need to keep moving up, killing anything that gets in our way, until we can locate the appropriate plot device.
For the cause. No need to ask twice.
We know that there's one Advent patrol out here, but aside from that, we won't be facing anything but chrysalids. And we'll probably end up running into at least one or two surprise guests, but we'll worry about that when it actually happens. Oh, and there's the chrysalids. I'm not really sure why it's letting us see where they're hiding themselves, but I guess it gives us a heads up. And it certainly gives us more reason to approach cautiously. We're definitely going to want to make sure that we end every turn with at least half the squad on Overwatch, just in case one of those things decides to pop out of the ground somewhere near us. As usual, we've got the benefit of concealment, and this isn't a timed mission, so there's no reason to rush.
As you order.
We'll just take things slow and enjoy this oddly relaxing music and watch all of these beautiful psionic embers gently drifting through the air.
Moving to position. Heading out. Orders confirmed. Moving out. Stepping off. I'll keep a watchful eye. Affirmative. I'm on it. I'm on it. Roger. Got my eyes on. Heads up. Got movement.
Oh, and there's signs of movement, so we're probably coming up on the one Advent patrol that's moving around the area. If I recall correctly, the Shadow Chamber warned us that we'd be up against a Spectre, an Elite Lancer, and something else. It's definitely a dangerous mix of opponents because both the Lancer and the Spectre have the ability to potentially disable a soldier in a single strike. but it's nothing we haven't faced before. As long as we spot them before they spot us, we should be able to just take them out with an alpha strike. Unfortunately, our approach is getting slowed down a bit here because we don't have a lot of ideal terrain to hide behind as we advance. We're likely to be getting pretty close to some enemies by this point, so we have to be careful where we end every one of our soldiers' movements.
Picking up movement.
There's that Advent pod again. They must be somewhere right ahead of us. Given the angle those sounds came in from, we'll probably end up seeing them within another turn or two. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay, we can see the Spectre right at the edge of the fog of war.
Moving to designated coordinates. Orders confirmed. Moving out. Hostiles making the rounds.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring our squad up. Fortunately, it looks like we've got ample cover up here. And then next turn, we'll take these guys out.
Onward. Moving to designated coordinates.
Oh shoot, wait. Damn it. Okay. Unfortunately, Rorschach got a little excited, and he decided to jump through the only intact window within a 10-mile radius. So, now Advent knows we're here. Fortunately, we've still got 6 attack actions ready, so we should be able to take these guys out. Let's start by tossing a grenade at these guys. That should trim off their armor and clear away their cover. Unfortunately, because they've already scattered, I won't be able to hit all 3 of them with a single grenade, so we'll start off by focusing on these guys first. Okay, that makes them much easier targets, so now we just need to decide who to hit them with next. I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to take out that Spectre this turn, but fortunately Henrik had the foresight to bring along our Frost Grenade, so he can incapacitate it if he needs to. Okay, let's go ahead and bring Malachi up first. He might be able to drop one of these guys with a couple of pistol attacks.
Moving to position.
Well, he missed, but let's give it another shot. There we go. That knocks the Lancer off the board. Now we just need to finish off that Trooper, and then we can decide what to do about the Spectre. And that takes care of the Trooper.
I got it, right?
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to reasonably finish off this Spectre in a single turn. So let's go ahead and have Henrik hit it with the freeze grenade. Whoops, okay, well, now we've got a Lost Swarm incoming. And that is a lot of zombies. And it looks like the zombies have woken up one of the chrysalids, too. Well, there are about 1 million enemies on the field now, and we've only got 2 actions left, so let's try to make the most of them. I guess we should start by trying to clear out some of the dashers. Though, I don't really like Rorschach's chances to hit here, so let's see what Purge can do. Yeah, he should be able to clear most of these things out.
You want some more? How many is that now? Whoa! You see that?
And we'll finish up by taking a chunk out of that chrysalid. Unfortunately, the only soldier we have left is Rorschach, and he's too far away to reliably hit anything. I could just start taking shots and hope he gets lucky, but... actually, let's go ahead and use run and gun, then he can move up a bit closer.
On your order.
Well, that didn't really make things much better, but he should at least be able to take out the chrysalid. Nice.
Hostile target down.
And now something's happening. Well, I guess I should have seen this coming.
Right on schedule.
This definitely complicates things a little, but at least we actually brought along a Templar for once.
I appreciate that.
It's one of the Chosen. This mission just got a little more dangerous. Stay on top of its position and try to take it out.
I relish these quiet moments before the strike.
Okay, let's go ahead and push Henrik up front. At this point, we're mostly going to be facing zombies and chrysalids, so we'll want to make full use of his Blade Storm ability. But of course, we'll also start moving the rest of the squad up behind him. Their main goal will be to finish off that Spectre before it can thaw out, but they'll also take out a few zombies if they get the chance.
Target neutralized.
That's a big weapon. You sure you know how?
And there's Rorschach dealing out some massive overkill. Even his misses are killed, so I think he's got it under control.
Target eliminated.
Okay, now let's take a shot at the Spectre.
Let's rock.
Wow. Those Talon rounds are ridiculous.
Target neutralized.
We've taken care of all the immediate threats, and the Hunter's probably just going to hang back and start sniping at us, so let's start pushing up again. Double time.
On it. Solid copy.
Except for Shell Shock. Apparently he can't quite move far enough to reach cover. I'll have to remember to improve his mobility next time I get the chance.
Covering now.
Now let's see what the Blightwalker is up to. Okay, he's just jumping around for the moment. I think we can live with that. We'll just keep pushing up, but now we need to keep an eye out for more chrysalids. I think there's at least 7 more left on the map. The real problem we're facing here is that the chrysalids are basically lying in wait for us. As soon as we get too close to one of their hiding spots, they'll burst out of the ground and get a free attack against whichever soldier set them off. And as I've mentioned in some of the previous episodes, their attacks cause an ongoing poison damage, and if that poison actually kills one of your soldiers, then more chrysalids end up bursting out of their corpse.
Roger that. I'm on it. Come get some. Scanning. Come get some.
No one will slip past.
Things are still pretty quiet out here, so we'll keep pushing up.
Another Templar cultist, feigning knowledge of a power they barely understand.
Sure thing. Finally. On your order.
Still no sign of any more enemies, but we should be getting pretty close to the objective at this point. Let's get everyone back on Overwatch, and if we're lucky, we might actually get to take out a chrysalid this time.
Not the sound of a human.
I'm looking for you.
Alright, we've got another zombie horde incoming, and Blightwalker has set his sights on Malachi. Oh shoot, and there's one of those chrysalids. That wasn't too bad. Henrik took a little bit of damage, but he's immune to poison, so he doesn't have to worry about any lingering side effects. Let's go ahead and finish off that chrysalid real quick. And we'll keep pushing towards the Blightwalker.
Check it before you get too close. Let's do this.
Though we do need to make sure we get Malachi out of his line of sight.
Heading out.
We'll take care of that in just a moment.
Copy that.
I could tuck him behind this tree over here, but let's move him over here, just to be on the safe side.
Solid copy. On Overwatch.
Maintaining this area.
Ready to rock.
Thought you could hide, eh?
Looks like we've got more Lost incoming, and Blightwalker has set his sights on Woe this time.
That is not good.
Oh, and
Got a burrow here.
it looks like the Lost have actually set off some of the chrysalid ambushes. Wow, yeah, that's actually really good for us. Man, it looks like they set off almost all of the chrysalids. Well, we've got a whole lot of enemies on the field this turn, but they're pretty preoccupied trying to tear each other apart, so let's just go ahead and start thinning them out.
Hostile terminated. Not even close.
You know what? Clearing these guys out one at a time is going to take way too long. Let's just cut to the chase here. We'll bring Rorschach up, and I think it's time to bust out the Shred Storm cannon.
Moving to position.
Good enough. Take the shot.
Who wants some? We have
If
multiple
advent
targets
were
down.
any good, they wouldn't need me.
Okay, one attack, 8 enemies down. That should make this substantially easier.
I'm on it.
Oh, and of course we need to make sure we move Woe out of Blightwalker's line of sight, but we'll take care of that in a moment. First, let's make sure we can take out the rest of these enemies. Let's go ahead and soften up that last chrysalid real quick. Now let's pull Woe off to the side here, and he can finish it off.
Absolutely.
There we go.
By the numbers.
Now let's bring Henrik up, and it looks like he can take a shot at one of the zombies. Nice. Oh, and we can still see one chrysalid lurking back there.
I'll keep a watchful eye.
And it's coming right for us. Or maybe not. What a weird decision. Oh, but now we've got 3 more chrysalids coming in from the left.
Target's still up.
Keeping my eye on you. I'll give you a sporting chance.
Huh. Looks like the hunters really got it in for WoW. Well, we'll worry about that in a moment. First, let's focus on taking out these chrysalids. Okay, that didn't get nearly the results I was hoping for, so let's just do this the easy way and hit these things with something explosive.
Not a problem.
The poison grenade's not going to do us much good here, but I guess we can line up a shot with the plasma blaster.
Scorched earth.
That takes care of one of them and sets the other one up for an easy kill. We don't want to get any closer just yet, so let's hang back and finish these things off, and then we'll move up on the objective next turn. There we go, that's 2 down. Now let's bring Purge Dome up and see if he can finish off the 3rd
Let's
one.
move already. You can't handle me.
You don't hesitate to pull the trigger. I like that.
Moving out.
Am I the only one who feels like the hunter is sending me mixed signals here?
What do I have to do everything?
Oh, right, and we still had that 4th chrysalid. Totally forgot about that thing.
Get in the plate.
Better clean that wound. Wouldn't want it to get infected. I can see further than you think. There's an art to what I do.
Okay, Blightwalker set his sights on Malachi again, and WoW just got impregnated with a bunch of baby chrysalids. So, first let's go ahead and take care of that poison.
Heal him up.
Now WoW can give this thing a little payback.
That's right.
You got rid of the soft targets. Now you have to deal with me.
Really, Blightwalker? Is that what you really want? Because at this point, I think we both know how this is going to go.
Heading out.
No one gets by me.
Let's do this. I'm on it. Covering now. Moving to Overwatch.
Getting nervous yet?
Not really. How about you? Okay, we've got another lost horde incoming, but that's nothing to worry about, so let's move up on the objective. Not quite close enough just yet.
I'm trusting
Oh,
you here.
but we can bring Rorschach up.
Heading out.
Do you even know what it is you've stumbled on here, Commander? If you keep pressing on like this, I won't have a choice but to kill your people where they stand.
We've got the Chosen in our sights. It's time to take them out. I'm not sure what we were expecting to find out here, but this definitely looks promising.
That's not the same rift the Codex used when it appeared. This thing could lead anywhere. It may not even be pointing at Earth.
As with most things, we'll likely need to bring it back to the ship for further examination.
People, could we please get some radio discipline up here? I'm trying to coordinate a whole squad of soldiers. Okay, we've got a surprise guest. This is supposed to be our first gatekeeper, but obviously we faced one of these things before, so we know how to take it down.
Now where's the skill in that?
That took out most of the gatekeeper's armor, but we need to trim off the rest of that armor, so that means shell shock's following up with another grenade.
Fire in the hole!
That takes care of the rest of this thing's armor. Now let's bring Purge Dome up. He's wielding the Warlock's rifle, which automatically inflicts critical hits on psychic targets, so he should be able to take a big chunk out of this thing's health.
You want some more? Whoa! You see that?
Not bad. Now let's get Henrik up front. Actually, let's hold off on that for just a second.
On the move.
Man, this really makes me wish I'd brought along a sharpshooter with fan fire. It would have made this so much easier.
X-ray neutralized. Hostile target down.
Whoops. Okay, well, we probably didn't need that part of the gate, right? Let's just go ahead and send in Henrik. And now let's have Rorschach clear the board. Though, his hit chances aren't as high as I'd like. I'm tempted to move him up closer so he can hit those lost a little easier, but then he'd have to deal with the Hunter. I guess we should just take our chances from here. Ah, of course. Well, I suppose I deserved that.
Not good.
I really should have just focused on finishing off the gatekeeper. Fortunately, Henrik should be able to kill this thing as soon as it starts moving around.
Smells like fresh blood to me. If Advent were any good, they wouldn't. I've got help coming, Commander.
Okay, give me a second to process here. There's a lot going on all of a sudden.
It's gonna be loud.
Damn it, one of our soldiers is down. They're vulnerable to the Chosen's attacks in that state. Get them back on their feet ASAP.
Alright. We took out the gatekeeper, but Rorschach's stunned, Malachi's stunned. Plus we've got the Hunter, 2 chrysalids, and at least a dozen zombies to deal with. I think it's time to make a really bold move here. We know Blightwalker is weak against Templar attacks, so let's send Henrik right into the thick of things. hopefully he'll be able to parry anything the hunter throws at him.
Do something about that
The
armor.
elders have done much worse.
Now let's see what we can do about the rest of these guys.
What'd you expect? That's how it's done. Weapons burning ammo fast. Only the best. Need a refill. I'm ready.
That takes care of the dashers. Now let's start working on those chrysalids. And now... Now let's go ahead and get Rorschach back on his feet. Then we can move Rorschach over here to wake up Malachi.
On your order.
And then we can have Malachi start mowing things down with his pistol. Except he doesn't actually seem to have a very good angle here.
Target eliminated.
Okay, new plan. We'll have Rorschach take care of the chrysalids. Though, first we're going to need to soften them up a little more. That wasn't quite what I was going for, so let's bring Shellshock up and have him take a shot at it.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, well, now it's dead. I guess that works too.
Dead. It has to be dead.
Don't worry about them. The elders have to spare.
X-ray neutralized.
Got it covered.
This'll calm you down.
Ah, dang it. Okay, well, I knew the hunter might try a dazing attack. I was just hoping that Henrik would be able to block it with his parry ability. And there's a very real chance here that Henrik might end up getting torn apart by zombies.
The elders have never offered up an entire planet as a bounty before. You must really be something special, Commander.
Okay, let's see if we can keep these things off Henrik, and if we're lucky, we'll be able to take the hunter down this turn as well. In fact, I think we've still got one more explosive, so let's go ahead and take out the hunter's cover. This might end up attracting more Lost, but at this point I think that's just a chance we're going to have to take. Henrik is theoretically immune to all explosive damage, but I guess we shouldn't take any chances if we don't have to. Okay, now we can focus on tearing the hunter apart.
That weapon didn't do my kid any good. What makes you think it'll be different for you?
It doesn't look like we've got anywhere to move Malachi, so Let's go ahead and use his teamwork action instead.
We are strong.
Oh, right, but Rorschach is out of ammo, so that's not quite the result I was going for. Well, let's see if we can get anyone else within firing range.
Finally.
Looks like WotC can still take a shot, and we might as well toss a heal at Henrik just to maximize his chances for survival.
Heal bot coming through.
Alright, WotC, it's all up to you. Oh, so close.
I'll chalk that up to beginner's luck. Let's try something else. Don't move a muscle.
Taking heavy fire.
Don't make for much of a challenge. At least your people put up a fight, Commander.
The armor proves its worth.
Alright, we've got a lot of zombies to deal with, but that shouldn't be a problem.
I definitely got that one. That's it. It's dead. It has to be dead.
Actually, let's go ahead and finish off the hunter. Once he's off the board, that should wake Henrik back up, and then he should be able to clear out the rest of the zombies with his auto pistol. It was good to see you again, Blightwalker. Better luck next time.
Target eliminated.
I'm beginning to understand why the Elders find you so interesting, Commander. Your little crew does present a challenge somehow.
Status confirmed. All hostile contacts in the AO have been eliminated. The gateway is secure. Status confirmed. Commander, we've secured the psionic gateway, and recovery teams are en route to the site. Now it's up to Tigan and Shen to figure out what this thing does. Great job, Commander. But there's no trace of that Chosen left. I've got a feeling we haven't seen the last of them. Still, at least we ruined their plans today.
Well, I guess even Bradford considers the loss to be trivial at this point. Alright everyone, back on the Sky Ranger.
I would like to assure the citizens of Advent that our peacekeepers will stop at nothing to prevent further attacks by criminal elements such as the one that occurred today. The Elders have total faith in our ability to overcome any and all threats to our peace.
Elders chosen are incredibly resilient. Despite our victory over them today, we still have much to learn if we wish to destroy them permanently.
Okay, everyone but poor Henrik gets a promotion, so Purge will pick up covering fire. No, wait, he'll pick up threat assessment. WotC will pick up heavy ordnance. Shell Shock will also pick up heavy ordnance. Rorschach will pick up, Implacable's good, but Bladestorm's better, so we'll grab Bladestorm. And Malachi will grab Quick Draw. And we did pull a few injuries, but all things considered, that could have gone a lot worse. Good work, everyone. Overall, Operation Haunted Mountain had been a success. Oh, sure, there had been a few minor injuries, but in the end our men had managed to best everything that Advent could throw at them, and they had come back with another piece of the puzzle. We had seen these psionic gates before, but only inside the heavily guarded facilities that had housed the assassin and the warlock. In comparison, this one seemed a lot more powerful, and it was more than a little strange that Advent had left it out in a relatively open and unguarded field. As always, I had hoped to find some answers, and we had simply found more questions instead. Tigan was eager to study our new prize, but much like the garbled data he had pulled out of the Codex, we just didn't have the resources to properly analyze the gate. Not yet, anyway. We were putting the puzzle together one piece at a time. First the Black Site Vial, then the clone, and now the psionic gate. If we could just find a few more pieces, then we'd finally be able to see the big picture.